Better to be poor and honest than to be dishonest and a fool. Enthusiasm without knowledge is no good. Haste makes mistakes. People ruin their lives by their own foolishness and then are angry at God. Wealth makes many friends. Poverty drives them all away. A false witness will not go unpunished, nor will a liar escape. Many seek favors from a ruler. Everyone is the friend of a person who gives gifts. The relatives of the poor despise them. How much more will their friends avoid them? Though the poor plead with them, their friends are gone. To acquire wisdom is to love yourself. People who cherish understanding will prosper. A false witness will not go unpunished, and a liar will be destroyed. It isn't right for a fool to live in luxury, or for a slave to rule over princes. Sensible people control their temper. They earn respect by overlooking wrongs. The king's anger is like a lion's roar, but his favor is like dew on the grass. A foolish child is a calamity to a father. A quarrelsome wife is as annoying as constant dripping. Fathers can give their sons an inheritance of houses and wealth, but only the Lord can give an understanding wife. Lazy people sleep soundly, but idleness leaves them hungry. Keep the commandments and keep your life. Despising them leads to death. If you help the poor, you are lending to the Lord, and He will repay you. Discipline your children while there is hope. Otherwise, you will ruin their lives. Hot-tempered people must pay the penalty. If you rescue them once, you will have to do it again. Get all the advice and instruction you can, so you will be wise the rest of your life. You can make many plans, but the Lord's purpose will prevail. Loyalty makes a person attractive. It is better to be poor than dishonest. Fear of the Lord leads to life, bringing security and protection from harm. Lazy people take food in their hand, but don't even lift it to their mouth. If you punish a mocker, the simple-minded will learn a lesson. If you correct the wise, they will be all the wiser. Children who mistreat their father or chase away their mother are an embarrassment and a public disgrace. If you stop listening to instruction, my child, you will turn your back on knowledge. A corrupt witness makes a mockery of justice. The mouth of the wicked gulps down evil. Punishment is made for mockers, and the backs of fools are made to be beaten. I will now read the commentary for Proverbs chapter 19. A blameless life is far more valuable than wealth, but most people don't act as if they believe this. Afraid of not getting everything they want, they will pay any price to increase their wealth, cheating on their taxes, stealing from stores or employers, withholding tithes, refusing to give. But when we know and love God, we realize that a lower standard of living, or even poverty, is a small price to pay for personal integrity. Do your actions show that you sacrifice your integrity to increase your wealth? What changes do you need to make in order to get your priorities straight? We often move hastily through life, rushing headlong into the unknown. Some people marry without really getting to know the other person. Others try illicit sex or drugs without considering the consequences. Some plunge into jobs without evaluating whether or not they are suitable to that line of work. Enthusiasm is no good without knowledge, and it will not make a bad decision better. Don't rush into the unknown. Be sure you understand what you're getting into and where you want to go before you take the first step. Obviously, you cannot tell all the future will hold, but do your homework, ask the right questions, and be sure you are following God. Is it good to love yourself? Yes, when your soul is at stake. This proverb does not condone the self-centered person who loves and protects his or her own selfish interests and will do anything to serve them. Instead, it encourages those who really care about themselves to seek wisdom. The commandments we are told to obey are those found in God's Word, such as the 10 Commandments and other passages of instruction. To obey what God teaches in the Bible is self-preserving. To disobey is self-destructive. God identifies with the poor as Jesus does in Matthew chapter 25, verses 31 through 46. As our Creator, God values all of us, whether we are poor or rich. When we help the poor, we honor both the Creator and His creation. God accepts our help as if we had offered it directly to Him. Those who fear the Lord receive protection from harm because of their healthy habits, their beneficial lifestyle, and sometimes through God's direct intervention. Nevertheless, the fear of the Lord does not always protect us from trouble in this life. Evil things still happen to people who love God. This verse is not a universal promise, but a general guideline. It describes what would happen if this world were sinless and what will happen in the new earth when faithful believers will be under God's protection forever. A great difference exists between the person who learns from criticism and the person who refuses to accept correction. How we respond to criticism determines whether or not we grow in wisdom. The next time someone criticizes you, listen carefully to what is said. You might learn something.